Hello again, I'm Tim and welcome to another day on the Epic Java Adventure.
Today I'm going to have an explore around the old colonial area of the city, known as Kota Tua. But first, I've got to eat.
So I've come for a bit of lunch here at the Depot Hong Kong, which is like a small Chinese warung. And I may have underestimated the portion sizes.
So this is lu mi, which is a type of noodle dish. And this is kolo bak, which is a bit like sweet and sour pork.
Quite close to Pasar Pabean is the area of Surabaya known as Kota Tua, or the Old Town. There are lots of old colonial style buildings also in this area, most of which have seen better days. There are also plenty of clues that this used to be once a thriving Chinatown district,
Such as the Hock An Kiong Temple here on Jalan Selompetan, on the junction with Jalan Chocolate. The Hock An Kiong Temple is the oldest Chinese temple here in Surabaya, built in about 1830. It's sometimes known as the Chocolate Temple due to its location on Jalan Chocolate, and originally was used as a temporary place to stay for Chinese immigrants that had just arrived in the city. There are actually quite a few interesting old Chinese temples in this part of Surabaya, this being just one of them.
Well, this is a really lovely old Chinese temple. It's really close to Pasar Pabean, so I don't know how I've managed to miss this one in the past, but this is the first time I've ever been here. It's really old and atmospheric though.
Well, let's take a bit more of a walk down Jalan Selompetan.
Well, this is another 200-year-old Chinese building, but this time it's not a temple.
This gorgeous old building is just a few steps up the road from the temple, and has lovely carved wooden doors covering the front of the building. This place is the Perkumpulan Hui Tiao Ka, a clan association for Hakka Chinese Indonesians here in the city. One of the guys here saw me outside filming and invited me inside to have a look around. A bit further up the road is a side street called Jalan Gula, whose old derelict buildings have become something of a popular Instagram spot. Jalan Gula comes out onto another road called Jalan Karet, between two tattered huge old derelict buildings. The Chinese style lampposts and the lanterns hanging above the street here on Jalan Karet tell you that you're also in a part of the old Chinatown, as do some of the old Chinese style buildings such as this one. Another is the Rumah Abu Han, an old Chinese family home that is now a museum, but sadly it's not open at the moment. Jalan Karet finishes up joining Jalan Kembung Japan, close to the Red Bridge and the Kia Kia Chinese Arch. But I'm going to cross over the road and head into another old Chinese area known as Pasar Pabean.
Well, this is something I've never noticed before. Down at Jalan Panggung, which is close to the Heroes Bridge and also very close to the Kia Kia Arch. They've got like all these lovely old street lamps in the street. I say I've been here quite a few times, I've never noticed this, but then sometimes I do go around my eyes closed. They're quite nice, these old style lamps. They go all the way along the street.
Further along Jalan Panggung are loads of brightly coloured old shop houses.
So this is another old street in this part of the city. But instead of having Chinese lanterns and things, this place has got Islamic ornaments above the road. So this road ended up taking me to Pasar Pabean, which is a really old traditional wet market here in the city. It's also home to some really old buildings. I'm really going to have to give this place a proper explore sometime, but probably a bit late in the day for it now. Further up the road though, there's the Sunan Ampel Mosque, so that's also worth a visit, but again, that's going to have to wait. This is definitely next level stuff as far as markets go. Really chaotic and busy. I can only begin to imagine what it's like first thing in the morning. So this Pasar Pabean area is like an old traditional market here in Surabaya. And it's full of like little tiny alleyways and covered market areas. It's a real great place to explore. So next time I'm back in Surabaya, I'll go and spend a day around here and have a look, see what I can find.
Pasar Pabean used to be a bit of a Chinatown area, but nowadays the area is quite run down and most of the Chinese have moved away.
Also close to Pasar Pabean is the Hong Tiek Hian Temple. It's closed at the minute, but when I'm back in Surabaya next, I'll show you what goes on inside here. It's pretty interesting. Well, it's time for me to say goodbye to Surabaya for at least a month or so. So I'm travelling back to Jakarta now. Tonight, I'm travelling in style. Because tonight, I'm taking a luxury sleeper back to Jakarta. and this is next level comfort.
You don't find a luxury sleeper class on many trains. One that does have it though is the Argo Bromo Anggrek night service from Surabaya Pasar Pabean to Jakarta Gambir station. The seats in a luxury sleeper coach are similar to those flatbed seats you get on an airline. The luxury sleeper coach just has one seat on each side of the aisle and only 18 seats in total. The seats are fully reclinable and you have tons of space. You also have an entertainment system, Wi-Fi, sockets and some cupboard space to keep all your belongings. You also have food and drink included in the ticket price. You get a hot meal which is quite good, and you also get a snack box which has like a drink and a few little bits and pieces in it. Also with the luxury sleeper there's a crew member just for this one carriage.
Well, I'm on the luxury sleeper train now back to Jakarta, so that's all for me today. So until tomorrow, sampai jumpa lagi.